Welcome back to the Polity, and we've been talking about the verdict of the EDO Tribunal, which upheld the governorship of the election of Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo. And it's been hot here, just in case you've not been, or you're just joining us. So much has gone under the bridge, and I want to encourage you never to miss KAFTAN television. And in the next 30 minutes or thereabouts or less, we will be concluding this part of the talk, and I encourage you to tell your neighbors that this is the station to be glued to as we continue right now. And right now, you have an opportunity to also call in. The number is 08029938365, and you do this quickly so that we can have a robust program, a program that you can be proud of, a program that has your own imprint also, your own input also towards making Nigeria the wonder country that we all desire. Now, welcome back, my wonderful analysts. Now, let's talk further. Now, this is the unfortunate situation of the what do you call them now? These other people will be the respondents. These other people will be the prosecutors, the plaintiffs, or something like that. Yeah. Right? Now, can we? Is there hope for the case? I don't know. I don't want to even go there because I think we already got to that. We already. We'll see because I was going to tell you, there can be all kinds of. If you have a brilliant lawyer, yes, that could sit down and give a good analysis of the case, yes, and also puncture a hole on the other side. Oh, that is what the judgment is all about. Me, I've not seen the judgment. When I see it, I could put in one or two things. Even though you are not learned. Like I said, we are informed, not learned. Okay, look at what we have just told them today. What you don't know that your opponent knows is what is using. It's an advantage to beat you every time. Sure, yes. Now, okay, see, the governor immediately stretched out a hand of friendship, the olive branch, to them, which clearly Asolime Ighodalo rejected. On which basis? Of course, there's no way Asu can work with. Now, if we find other parties, because part of some of the other parties that were involved in that suit would be, AA and SDP. SDP, okay. AA was there. Accord, and of course their cases were dismissed. But I was Labour. Okay, now let's look at how do you think politically those other people can Okpebholo do something to sort of integrate them, well, so that we can have a polity that is stable and peaceful. You've got to look at where everybody is from. Edo has 3 senatorial districts, no doubt. Yeah. For a long time, I think Agunloye was the last person from Edo Central who had been governor. Yes. Otherwise, it's been a case of the north and the south. Right? It's been the south more. The north had it with Oshomole alone. Right? Yeah. But that has been the trend. So I do not remember exactly where Osereme Osumbo is from. Osereme Osumbo, I think, is also from the south. I don't think it's central. I don't think it's central. But the thing, even if he was, you can't call him a former governor of the state because he lost the election to Oshomole. Yeah. So basically, you will say the central after Ambrose Ali. So you start the current dispensation from 1999, Central is just producing the governor for the first time. There has got to be a lot of sharing of positions and balancing here and there. Then we want to look at, that's why I, for instance, will always say, look, we are better off a parliamentary people than this presidential thing. Whether we like it or not, whether we like it or not, the governor in this our current presidential system is an emperor.
go to Ebonyi, go to Bayelsa, go to most of the states, you will realize that the way the government run, they are emperoric in nature. So if you are going to work with an emperor, you need to first of all come and submit. There is nowhere to meet as equal or challenging. So if you cannot come to his fold, then you possibly can actually not work with him.
Okay, so so what you're saying is that they should just gravitate towards.
No. The truth is this. See what my very brilliant friend Wike did is what he's talking about. Wike came out to submit to Tinubu. Wike is from the opposition. Yeah. So how many people can play that game is the question.
But in the process,
because when you want to submit to the emperor according to him, that means you have to yes sir. And if you are not ready to say yes sir the emperor or your highness, sir, look at what President told that Tinubu of recent. Said go and give in the local government and don't push it to your party. It's an order. So Wike is working, but whether it's indirectly or directly now with the president, he cannot, and that is the issue now. Is before you can get people that want to say let's work together, it's always very hard.
All right, so
because it does that you are going to collapse your system.
Yeah, exactly. So does that not mean that in order to have that kind of formation, we will then be gravitating towards a one-party state?
We will not have a one-party state. No. Practically, that will never happen. Because there are people who will in Kano will never be in the same party. There are people in Kaduna who will never be in the same party. There are people in Edo who will not be in the same party.
We never step down to what we tell.
So no, you never say never.
No, so you know what?
When you talk about Nigeria,
you know what?
Because
you know what?
They are not wired. Because they are not wired on the basis of ideals.
Okay, yes. But there are individual differences.
Thank you. Individual differences. I swear has its own policy, has its own difference, the way you want to do his things, has its own system. We do not want to settle down with anybody.
I'm going to still argue that. I'm going to still try to redirect that. Why? When you look at Obaseki, you would also look at him as a very principled person, very strong principles. But when it was time and his interest was involved, didn't he cross over from APC to the PDP? There are several like that, several examples.
He left for the PDP to be the candidate, not to submit to it, because PDP was already he needed to contest. He needed to contest, and he needed a platform. And the party more like divided the platform for him. And so, for how long did he took him to have commissioners? And how many commissioners did he took from the existing PDP before he came in?
The brilliant brain.
He was still using his own tools, he was still using his own strategy, just the name of the party. If there was actually any problem PDP have in Edo State today, some people believe it is Obaseki.
It came from Obaseki, exactly, from Obaseki.
So it tells you that he did not buy into their system. They only gave him a credential to launch his platform.
All right, let's take this first caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome to the Polity. You're the first caller on this edition. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Christopher Johanna from Bauchi.
How's Bauchi today?
We are doing fine.
Great. Okay, let's hear your perspective. Yeah.
I just want to concur with the guy at the middle of your seat there. As he said that if you come to some states, the governors are just like emperors. And exactly that's what is happening everywhere.
Do you have any such example in mind?
It's evident everywhere.
Yes, the example that I have is this. Even in every state,
okay,
the governor likes that the state house of assembly will all run to. If you dare say no, they'll find a way. It's just like the things that it's just like what is happening to Natasha now. So if you dare raise a finger against a state governor, I'm telling you, as a house, as a member of the house, you will be shown the way out. They will suspend you. They will do you all this.
But not the River State.
But I just want to tell Adeolu that what
or even in Rivers. He locked them out for 14 months.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I said not in Rivers.
No, even in Rivers, the governor locked them out for 14 months.
Is CDC there?
He may not be there, they may not be there, but he locked them out. He showed them the power. He showed them he's the emperor.
Emperor.
Gave the budget to 3 people or 4 people, they approve, and if he 2024,
the assembly.
So, but again, I think that at the time there were issues of whether or not.
Do you even know whether
that's what I'm saying. He's still
I think a better example would even have been Obaseki, who ensured that 12 members, or is it 12 or 14?
Reasonable.
Never
sat in the house. They were not sworn
for the entire.
For the entire.
Yes. For the entire. He didn't swear them in because he felt they won't give him the speaker that he wanted.
And they didn't show up at the.
They claimed that they did not hear about the proclamation. How can you make proclamation in the middle of the night? And then invited only the people you wanted.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you're welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. This is Amos from Kogi State.
All right, let's hear you.
Yes, I want to differ with the other guy that said that the governorship candidate or party should do their job. They should do their homework. That if they do their homework, they are going to win. We have seen in this country, so there is systemic corruption in the country, which has gone down with INEC itself. I have seen it where the result sheets had been released to the party in power to fill in whatever figure they want to fill.
Scan ready.
They turn it to INEC and then they announce it during the election. It happened here in Kogi where the thing got leaked in Okpebholo side. But this case still went to court, and the court confirmed everything that the election, there was nothing wrong with it. Therefore, I am disagreeing with him that even when you do your homework, the corruption that is so endemic can still read you out. That is my point.
Thank you very much, Amos. You want to respond to that?
Yeah. In the case he's referring to in Kogi, I think that they said there some result sheets in 3 local governments were pre-filled. If you remember, they had to postpone election in those local governments and had it again. So whatever was pre-filled obviously was not what came presented at the tribunal or at the court, because the initial election process was cancelled in those places and redone. But when you also come to doing your homework very well, if you cannot have agents, if a town will say adamant to you that you cannot get your party member in that town, you cannot get somebody to represent you in the polling unit
as an agent.
As an agent, it therefore means that you are likely not going to get any vote in that particular community.
Whatever you get
in your estimate,
cannot even be attested to.
So in your estimate, therefore,
doing your own work is from the ward level.
Yeah.
Up from the ward level. Meaning that everybody from your ward level, they are educated. Everybody representing your interests from the ward level knows what to do. Thank you.
I think
because it's like you say, Edo today, Edo has 18 local governments.
Yes.
I think 203 electoral wards. I don't know exactly how much polling units they have. But it means that at least you have at least one person in each of the 203 electoral wards that are loyal to the party, and are ready to do things on behalf of the party.
Correct.
You have 18 people from the local government. You've got from the federal constituency. You've got someone at the senatorial district. And so you have your structure in place. And so at any point in time, you are talking about the ward, you are talking about the local government, you are talking about the federal constituency, you are talking about the senator, before the senatorial district, before you now sit down in Benin.
Look at it. Don't you think that there are several factors that could make an agent of no effect? For example, they could be compromised. That's one.
I said it.
It's also because you were talking about
take care of them.
That's one. See, they could be threatened.
Most of the problems these politicians are having is
physically.
Most of the problem they're having is when you come to my ward to say you want me to work for you, sir. Let it not be during before election. Don't let it not be during election. It's something you want to have been doing. Take care of your people. A man that is hungry cannot represent your interest when he sees temptation. He will balk immediately. So most of this issue with the party is let the party be well organized, let them be sincere, take care of the party, spend money. People are hungry. When somebody is hungry, sorry, they will not appear at any time.
You see, build up to 2003 right now.
So even if you pay his transport, forget it.
Build up to 2003
yesterday
in the southwest when we were talking about state capture and the rest. There were two of the states that you actually might be able to say it wasn't the function of capture. And we mentioned the two states, right? But in one, what did the main candidate did? He went around all the wards, did engage consultant to study the state, and give him result. There are 10 people in each electoral ward, I am told, who were on a salary for some time doing grants with
I'm sure they are learning.
Even before the primaries. They are learning. And so when the primary came and they went in, the president to an extent seemed to step aside, and then the candidate won. And when the other people who felt they were closer to the president complained, he said, this is what intelligence report tell me.
Sir,
there was no way you could have beat him at the primaries.
Sir, if you do not study for exam, you will never pass exam.
You can't be too sure.
Don't go.
Except to it's not about corrupt lecturer.
What do you mean by that? If I
you have to know the syllabus.
And I'm prompt in the class, and I know what is going on. I've never seen anybody that study well.
The unfortunate thing is that you can even study well and fail.
That's what you're doing. That means you didn't do the right study. There's a difference between reading
and studying.
If you know the course,
whatever,
it's not study and read and still fail. It's not possible, sir.
See,
it is a natural law.
In this country, you can study,
except you are studying out of the book,
out of context.
Out of context, because sir, I am
talking about artificial barricades against.
How?
What you cited. You have issues. Why do you have girls, for example, who get failed in their exams? Even men.
But sometimes some of them actually failed.
Tell them.
Some of them. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, that some of them are failed. I mean,
but they have the right to challenge.
Understand what
but you can challenge the results.
Are caused to
but
fail.
You can challenge the
result.
Yes.
You can challenge your result. If you study and you read and they failed you, you can challenge the result.
And they will bring out the result. Some people cannot challenge the result. Some cannot challenge the result because they knew that they actually
did not study. Because when you are challenging, you have to be ready to defend.
Actually failed.
You have to be ready to defend.
I wish we could go on and on and on. But we really have to go now.
It's all right.
I must say thank you.
What's the moral of the story?
By the way, just before we go, Adeolu, you have the ears of Asweleme Ighodalo.
Yes.
Tell him something in 30 seconds.
Please. Go back to your drawing table. Check where things were wrong and amend it.
And get ready.
And get ready.
For the next
to
one.
be able to.
Yeah. You agree with that?
Contest.
Basically,
if you want to continue.
In just one word, you agree with that? Yes.
Yes, it should go to the grassroots.
You also have the ear of Okpebholo.
Yeah.
Speak to him in 30 seconds.
Well, as the governor, he should be magnanimous in victory. Everybody that is ready to work for the development of the state, he should give them the opportunity.
He's already doing that.
To work. That's what I would say.
Add something for the judiciary as the case progresses.
Well, for the judiciary, they should continue to do their job.
They should be fair.
They should remain fair, and do
and
justice
they should continue to make us understand that they are the only hope we have
of the common man.
Of the common man.
Of the common man.
All right. On that note, we must bring this segment to a close. Even though in a short while we will take another segment on a different topic. I wish I could take this person's call. Let's see if we can do 30 seconds. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How are you?
We are actually out of time.
We are actually.
And so I must say thank you to you, Ben Agunloye. Thanks for coming.
Very much.
Thank you, Adeolu Adeyemo.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful team. And I must say thank you to every one of you who have stayed there faithfully watching and who also told your neighbors. And go tell more neighbors because another segment starts just in a while, in a bit. So bye for now. Yeah, even as we just take a break.
Come back.
So thank you, gentlemen.